Bullseye is brought to you by the Stars of Chicagoland, your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer. Wendy's Old Fashioned Burger, where you don't pay more, you just get more every day. And your local Chicagoland and Northern Indiana GMC truck dealers.
Game 15 of the season, Game 3 of the homestand. The Bulls meet the fabled Boston Celtics here on Chicago's west side. The Bulls trying to go over the 500 mark for the homestand and for the season. Hello, everybody. I'm Rich King, and welcome to Bullseye here on WGN-TV. Prior to our Bulls-Boston broadcast, about 35 minutes away. Nice crowd gathering here on the west side of Chicago. On the show tonight, before the Bulls tip it off, I have a scouting report on the Boston Celtics, plus a report on the Bulls coaching staff, the outstanding job those guys do, and also, of course, the usual conversation coming up with Bulls head coach Phil Jackson. But we begin by looking back at last night's action. Both Boston and the Bulls played. Boston upended it in a come-from-behind loss. As for the Bulls, well, it was the lackluster game of the season here at the stadium last night. About the only exciting thing, the players' tattoos, the shark there bedecking the leg of Ron Harper of the Chicago Bulls. It was a rough game, rough and tumble, as Scottie Pippen tackles Stacey Hawkman here. They played like football players, and they shot like football players. Craig Elo on the miss. They get the ball back, and watch this. Elo in the lane. He blows the easy layup. Finally, Ron Harper got things going for the Bulls. Right down the lane, scoops it right up in there. Harper only 4 points as Len Wilkins left on. Bulls got a good game from Tony Kukoc. Tony corrals the rebound, goes back up, and he stuffs it. Kukoc had 19 points in the game. Atlanta, though, had a good night from Stacey Augmon. Tap away from Krzysztofiak there. They get the ball down, and Augmon puts it down in the jam. Later on, Augmon also showing a good post-up game, as watch him move here against Scottie Pippen. Backs it in, backs it in, backs it in, and he will score. Augmon a big, big night. 20 points in that game. The big hoop was by Greg Elo late. This gave him a 6-point lead in the late going. Less than 2 minutes left. The Bulls tried to come back. Too little too late, though, as BJ will get the ball here. He'll go down and score, but the Bulls could not do it. 92-81, the final score at the United Center last night. Ron Harper dejected. Here's the coaching record now of Lenny Wilkins, only 7 away now from the all-time mark of Red Auerbach, so Lenny should be in there in a couple of weeks or so. In Boston last night, the old Celtic, Danny Ainge, honored before the game. Looked like it belonged to Boston in the early going. Dominique Wilkins to Eric Montross for the slam. Montross at 7. Boston led by 22. Dominique in the lane there. He had 34 points. A barn burner night for Dominique Wilkins. But the shot of the night belonged to his teammate, Dee Brown, off a miss here. The buzzer beater from past half court. Almost hooks it in there, doesn't he, for Dee Brown. Looked very good for Boston, but Dan Marley cans a 3. The Suns came storming back. He had 21. Another steal down here low, and Elliot Perry getting a rare start in the game will score for the Suns as they came roaring back in the final period of this game. Later on, Charles Barkley contributes, gets the steal here, gets the ball down court to Danny Ainge. And the Celtics are in business, or the Suns are in business. They win 107-102, blowing a 22-point lead there for Boston. There's the standings. Orlando with a 3.5 game lead over New York, and Boston hanging in there at 4.5 games back. Okay, the Boston Celtics, of course, I mentioned earlier, a storied franchise. They rattle off 8 straight championships back in the 1960s. There are 15 championship banners hanging from the Boston Garden. But in recent years, of course, this has been a team in transition. The process of change was slow. First it was Bird, then McHale, and finally last year the Celtics said goodbye to Robert Parrish and closed the book on still another era in the most storied of NBA franchises. A new boss, fiery ML Carr, took over, and among the early surprises, offering a #1 draft pick to the Bulls just for a chance to try to talk Michael Jordan back into the NBA and out of a baseball career. Failing that, Carr then signed free agent Dominique Wilkins, the 9th leading scorer in NBA history. But Wilkins turns 35 next month, hardly looking like the kind of long-term building block the Celtics need. Already this year, Wilkins has been forced to the bench at times with hamstring and ankle problems. Injury has also claimed the other free agent signed by the Celtics. Purvis Ellison has not even played as he continues to rehab his sore knee. It means the Celtics have a rookie at center. 7-footer Eric Montross out of North Carolina is getting the acid test in the NBA. He's played some excellent games recently, like his 12-rebound, 18-point effort against the 76ers. Montross is backed up by the erratic A.C. Earl. Center is not a Celtic strong point right now, but power forward is. Croatian Dino Rajda has adjusted to life well in the NBA. Right now, he is the only low-post threat for Boston. He also has a nice perimeter shot. Rajda coming on strong in his second year. Also in his second year in the NBA and coming on strong is David Wesley. The former Net has taken over at point guard for the injured Sherman Douglas and has given the Celtics a much more up-tempo look. Now, as for Douglas, one NBA scout says he plays just well enough to lose. An erratic shooter from the floor, Douglas does not help himself by shooting 64% from the free throw line. D. Brown also has been erratic in the past, but he's settled down this year after signing a 6-year, $20 million contract. Brown at 6'1", once was the NBA slam dunk competition winner. Is a nice jumper also off the break and can also use his great athletic ability to score down low. Now off the bench, the Celtics offered 2 ex-Milwaukee Bucks, swingman Blue Edwards and forward Derek Strong, both acquired in the deal for Ed Pinckney. And Rick Fox is still around. He's gotten a start recently when Wilkins was sidelined, but they say Fox is a better player coming off the bench. As for the games against the Bulls last season, well, 3 of the 4 contests went down to the wire. The Celtics winning by a point at the old Chicago Stadium and a bucket by Douglas with 21 seconds left. In March, the Bulls returned the favor when they won by a point thanks to a 3 by Scottie Pippen in the final minute. Then April, the game here in Chicago went down to 2 overtimes. The Celtics breaking it open thanks to D. Brown, who had a career-high 40 points. It was a major upset that killed the Bulls' chances to gain home court advantage against the Knicks in the playoffs. And so the Boston Celtics here at the United Center tonight, and joining me at courtside is John Redker, our color analyst here for the Bulls games as usual. John, I won't talk about last night's game, not much to say, but tonight's game, the Bulls will get Will Perdue back from that broken nose. I guess that's the big story tonight, isn't it?
It sure is. They really have not been healthy at center as Phil would like him to be. Luke Longley is still out. He figured to be their starting center, Rich. And then it was Bill Wennington who was going to be behind him. Will maybe third on a chart, and Foster not around. Well, then Bill Wennington hurt his ankle in training camp. He has come back now. Will Perdue out with the broken nose has pushed Greg Foster into the starting lineup. But it'll be good to have Will back. They need some help up front, and Will started off to having his best year of his career.
Well, of course, Will knows the system, but I'll tell you what, John, Foster at times has looked pretty good this year, hasn't he?
Yes, he's a very versatile body, a big body. He can shoot very well. He's got the nice outside jumper. He goes to the boards hard. He might commit a few over-aggressive fouls, and this is a thing he's got to stay away from. That'll put him on the bench quicker than anything. And
finally, John, quickly, Corey Blunt on the injured list. He'll be out for a while.
Yes, Corey had, I guess, an operation on a toenail a couple days ago, and they put him on. He'll miss 4 more games.
Okay, John, have a good game. See you a bit later on.
Okay, Rich.
John Kerr at courtside. We'll be back with more on the Bullseye coming up here right after these words.
The Penobscot River and Old Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. The Penobscot means hard-charging white water, and Old Milwaukee means a great beer. Cold, crisp Old Milwaukee beer and smooth, golden Old Milwaukee Light.
There's nothing like the flavor of a special place. And Old Milwaukee beer.
Came down through that trough and we hit the top of the wave, slammed you down.
Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light.
It just doesn't get any better than this.
You got that right.
It's rough being a grandpa during gift-giving season. I got 8 grandkids. Last I counted. But this year I'm going to Burger King for these wonderful Disney glasses. There's that nice boy Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, magical Disney classics. The glasses are just 89 cents at Burger King with any Whopper value meal. So the kids get their favorite Disney glasses, and I eat every Whopper. It is better to give than to receive.
Burger King, get your burger's worth.
Even with the most demanding material, the Skill Random Orbit Sander delivers an exceptionally smooth performance. One of the classic series tools from Skill.
What goes best with a holiday feast? A nicely chilled white. Ice-cold milk. Help yourself.
Now, the award-winning family luxury sedan Chrysler Concorde comes with all the perks. The options you want at tremendous savings. Performance perks, a 3.5-liter V6, APS. Enjoyable perks, remote keyless entry, CD player. comfortable perks, leather trim, and more. Now is the best time of the year to purchase or lease Chrysler Concord with up to $1,130 in option discounts and package values. Concord perks, but only for a limited time. See the stars of Chicagoland. Your Chrysler Plymouth dealers.
You can always spot a neighborhood with pride. Maybe it's a little cleaner, a little nicer place to be. All because somebody cared enough to make it that way. Like your neighborhood 76 station. Here, every gasoline is specially formulated to keep your engine clean and running smooth. We're rather proud of that. 76. Go with the spirit.
And the Bulls' wives in the Christmas spirit, selling toy ornaments for Christmas for charity tonight outside in the foyer here at the United Center. So we wish them well as the Christmas spirit is here. Let's hope the Bulls can pull off a victory tonight against the Boston Celtics. Rich King back on Bullseye here prior to our WGN telecast of the Bulls game. And you know, let's check out the schedule. Tonight there are 11 games. Last night, 8 games. Let's check around the highlights in the NBA, beginning with Chris Webber and the Washington Bullets. How about this? Webber, a key factor in their victory last night. A miss by Scott Skiles. Webber gets the jam here against the Pistons. And they were on their way. They had won a game with Webber and the team this year. Grant Hill, 28 for Detroit. He gets down low for the reverse layup there. Big night for him. But Webber was the story. He gets slam off a miss here, and he's in great shape. But watch this. He stares the guy down and gets a technical foul for this. But the Bullets won the game 115-104. In the Central Division standings, Cleveland on top by half over Indiana. You see the Bulls in there at 7-7, 2 games out. As for the other action, the NBA, Knicks and Magic, marquee game of the night. And I'll tell you, it was all Magic. Hardaway from Anderson right there for the jam on the steal and the fast break right there. More fast break action. Watch this. Hardaway right over Patrick Ewing. In your face on that one. Also, Ewing had a tough night, just 15 points. And O'Neal ate him alive. There's the Shaq man down low. He had a big night, 38. The Magic impressive wins now over the Knicks and Rockets in recent weeks. And speaking of the Rockets, they were in the Forum last night. Hakeem Olajuwon and company. And off a Vernon Maxwell miss, they will get the fast break going. The Lakers will. Cedric Ceballos gets the layup to go down. He had 25 points. Hakeem Olajuwon injured his hand. It seemed to affect him later on in the game because watch this next play. Kind of a bad pass right there. And the Lakers get the fast break going. Eventually, Divac gets it to Ed Jones, who down court, and they score. And the Lakers win 107-89 over the Rockets last night. In the Pacific Division, they see the standings. Phoenix by a 1.5 over Seattle. The Lakers are 2 games out. Golden State 2.5 out. Then comes Portland and Sacramento. Mount Hood in beautiful Oregon, of course, where the Portland Trail Blazers play the Spurs. Clyde Drexler. Steve Henson back to Drexler for a score there. Clyde had 14. The Spurs came back. Avery Johnson. This one to Sean Elliott there, and the Blazers in great shape. Elliott had 31 points. Late in the game now, it's down the lane. Robinson will score here, and this tied the game at 91-91. But then Chuck Person with the jumper with 34 seconds left. This is the game-winning shot, and the Spurs survive 95-91 in that ball game. Combined 63 points there for those two guys. Here's the Midwest standings. Houston by 2 over Utah. Dallas 2.5 out. Denver 3 out. And San Antonio is 3.5 games out. Last night also, Miami beat New Jersey 115-97. And also last night, Philadelphia 99 and Sacramento 96. Okay, busy night again. Of course, a busy night every day for the coaches in the course of a long season. The preseason begins, of course, then the regular daily grind of practices. A lot of hard work put in by coaches all around the NBA, including the staff right here in Chicago. So let's take a look at the Bears-Bulls coaching staff.
It's Wednesday, November 23rd, and the Chicago Bulls are in Denver, Colorado to play the Nuggets. On Friday, they'll be in Utah to face the Jazz, but talk to any of the players, and they'll tell you they don't spend a lot of time looking ahead. That's somebody else's job. While everybody focuses on the task at hand, the coaching staff is also thinking about the next opponent. For beyond Dikembe Mutombo lies Karl Malone, John Stockton, and Jeff Hornacek. And it's the coach's job to make sure the team is prepared. The task is too great for one person, so each coach gets his own assignment.
While Jim is preparing for Utah, I'll be preparing for another basketball game, and in other words, we're kind of alternating, so there's never any down moments. The day that Jimmy's running around trying to put together a scouting report, trying to present things to the team, I am at the same time involved in that process, but at the same time preparing for that next game and going through the same process that Jim went through to prepare for Utah.
What you have right here is Stockton bringing the ball. When he'll advance it on his left side is his favorite side because it's Malone's favorite block. Stockton advances the ball into this basic area. Hornacek will come up, and this is what we call a rip screen. Now Hornacek, once he sets his back screen, will now, what we call, come to the top of the circle, all right, in which he's a very good shooter. First look is right there to try and get the ball into Malone. If we're successful in taking this away, then the next look is right now to Hornacek to the top of the key where he's a very outstanding shooter. This is called a fist-two play.
We are third quarter at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. Hornacek.
See, so all these things, once again, I try to make note of and make our coaching staff and our ball players aware as we deliver the scouting report.
When the presentations are over, it's time to hit the court.
To clear the defense. Right. So now you got to purposely learn to break up your rhythm so that you have those shots when you see them.
When all the practices are over and the preparation is finished, the team is ready for tip-off. And whether it's Utah or any other NBA team, the coach's work is never done. Everyone on Phil's staff is involved during the game.
Corey, go for him.
Corey, come on. Come on, man.
It's very busy over there, and Phil always has a conference prior to each meeting with the team at a timeout so that we can kind of briefly discuss what's going on out there and maybe do a little brain picking, so to speak, brainstorming to determine what we have to do next.
It's a team effort all the way around, and one that keeps the Chicago Bulls on the winning track.
I say it's definitely a chess match, checkers, and whoever plays their script the best usually ends up winning the game.
Boy, a nice piece. You know, you cover these teams over the years, you find out the assistant coaches are the ones who are in there early in the morning, the first one's in, and then later in the day, the last one's out. They do a hard work and outstanding job with the Bulls coaching staff really around the NBA. When we come back, a chat with the head coach of the Bulls coming up right after this.
This week on the road, the Tractors are coming.
Baby likes to rock it.
Go in the studio for a special look at how they became one of country's hottest new bands.
They're trying to learn how to play Fats Domino records. And
also featured triple gold recording artist Billy Dean.
You guys are nuts!
In concert and in the lake. Plus Carlene Carter, member of country's most legendary family.
Hi, y'all.
Together this week on the road. Sunday night at 10:30 on WGN.
The Penobscot River and Old Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. The Penobscot means hard-charging white water, and Old Milwaukee means a great beer. Cold, crisp Old Milwaukee beer and smooth, golden Old Milwaukee Light.
Nothing like the flavor of a special place, an Old Milwaukee beer.
Came down through that trough, and we hit the top of the wave, slammed you down.
Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light.
It just doesn't get any better than this.
You got that right.
Here at Luxor Las Vegas, you can dine at one of 7 world-class restaurants, pamper yourself at a luxurious European spa, or explore the mysteries of the pyramid in a multi-million-dollar virtual reality adventure. So we thought we'd show you your room now, because you probably won't be seeing much of it later. Luxor Las Vegas. Get into it.
With 132 frisky horses under its hood, the 4-door Plymouth Neon is one pretty fast car. In fact, it's so fast, it just blew 2 of its own doors off. Say hello to the brand spanking new Plymouth Neon Sport Coupe. Performance suspension, ABS, and a cool new look.
See what's new at the Stars of Chicagoland, your Chrysler Plymouth dealers.
A participating sponsor in the Bullseye is Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light. It doesn't get any better than this.
And the usual packed house of 22,000 gathering here on Chicago's west side to see the Bulls and Boston Celtics hook up tonight around 7:35 on WGN TV. In fact, the Bulls are taking the court behind me right now. Of course, last night, trying to forget about the game against Atlanta Hawks, Phil Jackson now and Wayne Larrabee look ahead to tonight's game here at the United Center.
Well, thank you very much, Rich King. Well, you know, last year the Bulls came off that long West Coast swing, came home and knocked off Phoenix big time. And then, as we like to say, there was a bull rush. The Bulls went on to win 12 of their next 14 to close out the season, or I should say the year 1993. Well, the same thing happened this year, Coach Phil Jackson. You came home from the road, a resounding win over Phoenix, but then where did that game last night come into play? That's not supposed to happen.
You bet. It certainly isn't. We didn't want to see one like that happen, but that express train got derailed somewhere down the line, and it got derailed by a real good defense from Atlanta. They could put a lot of pressure on us. They held the ball up, and we played 3 games in 4 nights. I tried something a little different last night. I thought Kraskowiak could probably help us best in the beginning of the game when he was warm. Has had knee surgery. We need him. And I brought him out early, played pretty well in the first segment, but somehow or other our chemistry got upset last night. BJ pushed the ball to start the game rather than Scottie Pippen because I didn't want Scottie to have Hogman hanging on him all game, so I thought maybe a half or so we could do it. And I might have been too clever for my own britches last night because somehow or other we just got derailed and never could get ourselves on track in that game.
Phil, the consistency of this ball club, you know, and again, a lot of us looking at it, see that Phoenix game and say, well, maybe that's going to, same thing's going to happen as last year, but you don't think so, right? I mean, you're not quite where you are this year as compared to where you were last year at this time. It's not really the same, is it?
Well, last year we basically had 4 pieces of the puzzle put together. You know, we had Bill Cartwright and Horace Grant. Scottie Pippen came back and B.J. Armstrong was starting, and we had Pete Myers in at 2 guard. So he was a new link, and we were running Steve Kerr in and split time with Pete and getting good help off the bench with Kukoc and Wennington and some of the other players as they came along. But this year, you know, we got a lot more people that are just filling in that gap. We've got, you know, 3 starters that weren't with us last year. When you have that, you have less than a majority of people that are chemically bound together in your offense and your system.
Well, there's no question you have a problem at the 4 spot and a problem at the center position due to injury at the center position, and hopefully Luke Longley later this month will be able to fill in there. But also at the 3-point line, one of the weapons you had last year was B.J. Armstrong, one of the top 3-point shooters in the league. This year it's been a different story. What's happened there?
Well, I think B.J.'s suffering a little bit from a traitorship to his body. His body isn't performing the way he'd like it to. He's had some little nagging things, you know, a thigh here and an ankle there. And when you're a shooter and you're shooting from that 22, 23-point range, foot range, you've got to have your legs underneath you. And right now he hasn't found that, and unfortunately for us, it's hurting our outside game. Now, Steve Kerr isn't in the same rhythm. He's with a different group most of the time out there. But, you know, Steve led the league most of the year last year with about 50 until he slumped at the end of the season. And B.J. slid ahead of him, as did Murray of Portland.
Well, listen, Phil, best of luck tonight against the Celtics. Get it back on track. You could still get 12 out of 14 on the way in this season.
That's right, Wayne. Thanks.
Thanks, Phil. Phil Jackson, the head coach of the Chicago Bulls. We'll send it right back to Rich King.
Okay, Wayne, thank you very much. To say just about set, the Bulls and Celtics coming up here on WGN, back with the scores of the NBA games tonight right after this.
The Penobscot River and Old Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. The Penobscot means hard-charging white water, and Old Milwaukee means a great beer. Cold, crisp Old Milwaukee beer and smooth, golden Old Milwaukee Light.
There's nothing like the flavor of a special place, an Old Milwaukee beer.
Came down through that trough, and we hit the top of the wave, slammed you down.
Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light.
It just doesn't get any better than this.
You got that right.
Announcing the new Blue Blocker Viper sunglasses. They wrap around your head. They look cool. And they fit great. See the new Blue Blocker Vipers.
The new Vipers are available at Walgreens and other fine stores.
kids are full of questions.
My nose squirrel fight so light. I have 3 wishes like Aladdin. Can I fly like Peter Pan? Can I?
Who inspired these Disney questions? Burger King. Because for the first time ever, I get these great Disney glasses with magical moments from Disney classics. Aladdin, Peter Pan, all their favorites, just 89 cents each with any Whopper value meal.
Daddy, are you Mommy's Prince Charming?
Burger King, get your burger's worth.
Round here, folks believe in making things last. Relationships, neighborhoods, and the family automobile. And who wouldn't want to see that 100,000-mile mark? So it's no wonder so many rely on their neighborhood 76 station. Here you'll find quality gasolines and services to help keep your car humming along. We can't promise you'll see that 100,000-mile mark, but we're glad to help you try. 76. Go with the spirit.
There's only one place for the widest selection in front-wheel drive minivans. From high performance to high performance. From the long of it to the short of it. From the value priced to the lap of luxury. From seats that glide to seats that unfold. From grocery bags to airbags. From door to sliding door. The one place for it all is our place.
See what's new at the Stars of Chicagoland, your Chrysler Plymouth dealers.
And welcome back to Bullseye. One more stop here. A check of the scores of the games in progress around the NBA tonight. There you see New York trying to rebound. The Knicks over Washington 41-30 in the second. New Jersey up by 2 over Sacramento. And Atlanta by 6 over Orlando in the second. Also tonight, 76ers playing Cleveland in the second. And there you see Phoenix and Detroit tied at 36 all. Our next telecast coming up on WGN. Bulls at Milwaukee at the Bradley Center Saturday. Bullseye coming up at 7 o'clock on that night. So sit back, relax, enjoy the game. See you at halftime and after the game. This is Rich King.
Bullseye is brought to you by the Stars of Chicagoland, your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer. Wendy's old-fashioned burger, where you don't pay more, you just get more every day. And your local Chicagoland and Northern Indiana GMC truck dealers. Guests on Bullseye receive a Zenith 13-inch color TV, compliments of Zenith at your local Zenith dealers. At Zenith, the quality goes in before the name goes on. And a handsome Esquire watch from Henry K. Jewelers, 3rd level Water Tower Place or Henry K. Watches, 900 North Michigan Avenue.
Crank up the volume. Introducing Guitar Rock from Time Life Music, the awesome rock collection that really kicks. Get Guitar Rock on cassette or compact disc for just $9.99. That's 2 albums worth of music.
I can't get enough of your love. I can't get enough of your love. Won't you fly free, bird, yeah. Roll right. Take it easy. Smoking in the boardroom. Smoking in the boardroom. Ain't nothing yet. Baby, you just ain't nothing yet.
Then you can preview other Guitar Rock volumes at no risk. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Monday warrior, mean, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean, mean pride.
Check it and see.
Crank it up with Guitar Rock. Just call this number and get rocking.
Order Guitar Rock. Call 1-800-433-8100. That's 1-800-433-8100. Or send $9.99 for 1 cassette or 1 compact disc, plus $3.50 shipping and handling to Guitar Rock, Department 1, Richmond, Virginia. or call 1-800-433-8100.
The following is a presentation of WGN Sports.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Oh, come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago.
Sweet home Chicago, indeed. After having survived a 6-game road trip, the Bulls return home taking care of business with the Phoenix Suns. Tonight, an all-time rivalry continues as the Bulls take on the Boston Celtics. It's all next right here on WGN. United Center on the west side of Chicago. Tonight, the Bulls continue their homestand as they take on the Boston Celtics. Hi, everybody. I'm Wayne Larrabee. Welcome to Bulls basketball on WGN. Well, the other night, Wednesday night, matter of fact, the Bulls came in off a long road trip and whipped a good Phoenix team. And everyone thought, well, shades of last year. Deja vu all over again, if you will. Well, the Atlanta Hawks put the brakes on the takeoff of the Bulls last night, holding Chicago to just 81 points. Atlanta leaving town to the victory. We bring on Johnny Red Kerr. And Red, at this stage of the season, the Bulls now 7-7, but this is familiar territory.
7-7 is nice if you're lolling around in a cocktail lounge. You know, that's very nice waiting for a plane. But 7-7 in the NBA is not real good unless you're Phil Jackson. He's got a funny feeling about early season and being over 500.
Well, perennially, I say if we can get out of November above 500, I'm happy because we go on that West Coast 6 or 7 game swing when we're on the road. So we've got to play more than half our games out. This year we came back and we were right there. We played Phoenix the last game in November and won. We went 7-6 for the month of November, which is real important to get off to that kind of a start. We're not upset about our record. We are upset about our consistency. We can't seem to build anything game by game where we can get a little winning streak going. That's what we got to work on now during this month of December while we have a homestand.
Take a look at that. 12-2 and 10-4 came in seasons when the Bulls really had big-time records, including 67 wins one year and 60-some wins the other year. Now, the Boston Celtics, if you take a look at the Celtics coming into tonight's game, they have a record of 7-7 and have surprised many around the NBA. They are led by a Hawk who flew north by way of Los Angeles.
Dominique Wilkins, who led the NBA in scoring before Michael Jordan had that run of 7. Look at what he has done against Chicago, higher than any other opponent.
All right, and as far as the front court for the Celtics, a countryman of Tony Kukoc carries the court there.
Dino Raja has done a great job. He's a great offensive player. He struggles a little bit on a defensive end, as does Tony.
Last night, Scottie Pippen, first time in memory that Scottie did not reach double figures in a game.
I think it's really a nice thing they're pointing out here, that how effective he has been in the last 85 games. And then we've got another guy who's got his career going in the other direction.
Greg Foster has really filled in well for the injury-plagued center position for the Chicago Bulls. Well, we've got the Bulls and Celtics from Chicago. We'll be back with the starting lineups, the opening tip after these messages.
Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling. Can your beer do this? Your local Ford dealer, the Truck Authority. Your local McDonald's restaurant, where what you want is what you get. That's McDonald's today. Montgomery Ward, they won't be beat, guaranteed. So stop by a nearby Montgomery Ward and see why. Your Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana Toyota dealers. I love what you do for me, Toyota. And by Southwest Airlines. Flying the low-fare airline is just plain smart.
This week on the road, the tractors are coming.
Baby likes to rock it.
Go in the studio for a special look at how they became one of country's hottest new bands.
They're trying to learn how to play Fats Domino records.
Also featured triple gold recording artist Billy Dean.
You guys are nuts!
In concert and in the lake. Plus, Carlene Carter, member of country's most legendary family.
Hey, y'all!
Together this week on the road. Sunday night at 10:30 on WGN. From Eureka, backs so powerful they've earned the Corvette name. Corvette Handback with powered brush roll. New Corvette Wet Dry with high-performance 4-horsepower motor. Both great deals. The next generation from Eureka.
Hey, MCI customers. Now MCI advertises 40% savings with Friends and Family 2 Basic, but the average savings on your MCI bill is only 13%. Must be MCI math again. Look at your bill. To get any discount at all, people you call have to be in your circle, and to get the big savings, they also have to be MCI customers. You even have to pay $36 a year in fees, so you never get 40% off your total bill. Now, some true math from AT&T. 20% is what we offer, and 20% is what we subtract off your AT&T bill. That's AT&T True USA Savings. Spend $25 a month on AT&T Long Distance and save 20% on your AT&T calls to everyone in the USA anytime, guaranteed. 4 out of 5 Friends and Family 2 Basic customers will save more with AT&T. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT. Switching's free. Call now.
Your true voice.
And may all your Christmases be white. Ice cold milk. Help yourself.
Christmas shopping can be stressful.
Try it when you're 8.
But at your local True Value, we make it easy. Even for a kid, with lots of great gifts.
And at prices that won't break the old piggy bank.
Like this 43-piece quarter-inch tool kit for just $8.77. Or this 20-inch toolbox with lift-out tray, just $6.99.
And parking? It's a piece of cake.
True Value. Gifts are just around the corner.
McDonald's donates $25 to charitables when any Bulls player slam dunks during the game. McDonald's now featuring the Bacon Swiss Quarter Pounder at participating restaurants.
Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Redker, United Center in Chicago. Let's go to the public address announcer here at the United Center, Mr. Ray Clay.
First for the visiting Boston Celtics. At one guard from Baylor, 6 foot David Wesley. At the other guard, 6'1" from Jacksonville, D. Brown. At center, 7 foot from North Carolina, Eric Montross. A 6'11" forward from Croatia, Dino Raja. And the other forward from Georgia, 6'8", Dominique Wilkins. The Boston Celtics are coached by Chris Ford, assisted by Don Casey and Dennis Johnson. The trainer, Ed Lesser.
A look at the log by Phil Jackson. And Red Courier looking tonight at a Celtics team that scores 105 points a game. They like to push it up the floor. And this little David Wesley, who played last year a bit with New Jersey, has been one of the catalysts in that offensive attack for Coach Chris Ford.
Well, you would think that the Bulls would like that. They didn't like slowdown play last night with the Hawks. They did like up-tempo game with Phoenix. So maybe this is what they're looking for.
And you get a look at the Celtics. And by the way, tonight's overhead camera will be provided to us by Southwest Airlines. Where's that camera up there? There we go. Pull out a little bit. There's a horn. There's a camera. Take my word for it. It's in there. It's in there. Here's what it looks like from that camera. All right.
Ray Meyer is presenting the honorary game.
And Ray Meyer, head coach, former head coach of DePaul, will be presenting the basketball to the officials.
Here at the United Center on Saturday, December 10th.
The coach, as he's known here in Chicagoland area.
That's Mike Smith, one of the officials.
We'll see something that we haven't seen. Will Purdue's going to get a start here tonight. He's got that mask that they fashioned for him here.
Special mask for big guys?
Yeah.
Like you and Will Purdue?
It's polycarbonate plastic made by the MBI Sports Protection Center, and Will looks pretty good in that, doesn't he?
Yeah, but, you know, I saw you wearing one earlier tonight.
Yeah,
I think you look better.
You know, somebody told me the glasses go on the inside.
All right. So the pregame pleasantries are over. Don Baden, Mike Smith, Jack Nees. There's Jack Nees right there. The officials for tonight's game. Celtics in the traveling green. Bulls in the home whites. And we're underway. Scottie Pippen tipping it away from D. Brown. D. Brown on occasion has lit up the Bulls in the past.
Oh, yeah. Good aggressive offensive player.
Bulls run some offense here as we're just underway. Great to have you with us at the United Center. B.J. Armstrong. Off on the right foot. 2-0 Chicago. Dominique Wilkins. Dino Raja way outside, being played by Larry Krzykowiak. Raja.
Travel, thank you.
Traveling violation.
Can't stop those big feet. Sometimes I know how it is. You get going, you start going like a locomotive, and you just can't jump stop.
Are you telling us you speak from experience?
Yes. Yes, with that I do.
2-0 Bulls early going. 10 to go on the shot clock. Armstrong. Krzykowiak keeps it alive. Fresh shot clock for the Bulls. Will Purdue finds Armstrong on the weave. Nice look.
Yeah. PJ just held the tempo all the way down the lane. He found Big Will open, and welcome back, Will.
Will's been out with that broken nose since the Clippers game on the road in Los Angeles. Raja. Harper triggers it loose off the board. Pippen running.
David Wesley looked like he wanted to cut in front of him to try to stop it, but Pip laid it in gently, and
Bulls have scored the first 6 points of the game. Backdoor feed intended for D. Brown. Kicked by Brown out of play. It'll belong to Chicago. Chris Ford not happy with what he's seeing so far.
I thought he might take a 20 that last trip down and talk it over, but
I did too. I think his team was looking for one. Scottie Pippen up high. Harper off the weave. Bulls shooting very well to start here tonight.
We were one possession too late. Here it comes. Here comes the 20.
Timeout Boston.
Full, I guess.
They take a full timeout. 2 minutes gone by, and this is the first quarter. Bulls leading 8-0.
Details up on the scoreboard.
Christmas shopping can be stressful.
Try it when you're 8.
But at your local True Value, we make it easy. Even for a kid. With lots of great gifts.
And at prices that won't break the old piggy bank.
Like this 43-piece quarter-inch tool kit for just $8.77. Or this 20-inch toolbox with lift-out tray, just $6.99.
And parking, it's a piece of cake.
True Value. Gifts are just around the corner.
Johnson throws it.
Come on, my Dolphin kid's better than that. Right, Buster? Guys, we're going in. Go hit it.
Hey, is that a
Dog? That's right, Bob, a dog, and they're going to run the old pooch to the post. And now the guy with no helmet drops back to pass. Oh, great catch! Just like Miller Lite, Bob, you expect great things from the great taste that's never watered down. Touchdown, doggy! I have officially seen everything. Miller Lite, can your beer do this? It's
On this special edition of Siskel and Ebert, we're going to be reviewing Going to a Bulls Game.
It's just like going to the movies. You've got a big screen,
Long shots,
heroes,
villains,
great action sequences, and don't forget, surround sound.
Coming January 6th, it's Miller Genuine Draft Beach B-Ball Night when the Bulls meet the Sonics.
On Monday, December 19th, Bulls battle the Cavs. Bailey's Chicago Health Club Bottle Night. The first 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls sports bottle compliments of Bailey's Chicago Health Clubs. Celtics resume offensively. Raja denied the interior feed by Krzyzkowiak.
Here's a play earlier. B.J. Armstrong to Will Perdue, and McDonald's gives $25 to charitables for all dunks like that.
Boston, 11 to go on the shot clock. Montross, the rookie. 7 to go on the shot clock. Bulls off very hot from the floor. Deep Brown, a deep three, and ring it up.
Field goal, Deep Brown.
You know, the Bulls are 4 for 5, and Krzyzkowiak got that rebound again for him. So, bad play.
Ball up for grabs. D. Brown trying to come up with it for Boston. It will belong to the Celtics as Krzyzkowiak contested at the sideline. David Wesley takes it across now for the Boston Celtics. Armstrong out front. 10 to go on the shot clock. Penetration by Wesley over Perdue. Montross the rebound, and he's fouled.
That's how big that guy is. He's 7 foot plus. Ronnie Harper on the foul.
Personal foul, Ron Harper.
Look at how big he is. He stands behind and picks the rebound right over Harper.
Montross to the line. He'll shoot two.
Eric Montross heading to the free throw line right now. Hey, you're right. He's a little bit more than 7 feet tall. Long, long arms. Montross makes good on his first, and he'll have another. You know, the other thing about Montross, #1 draft choice last year, North Carolina led them in rebounding, scored 13, almost 14 points a game. He played his high school ball down in Indiana, and there was a hot recruiting battle between UNC and Indiana, and he chose to go to UNC.
Well, the Celtics put full court pressure on now after the free throws.
A lot of people in his home state didn't appreciate the fact that he went down to North Carolina. Now Harper penetrates. Perdue.
Big Will standing right underneath there, got the rebound, and he sends another 25 to McDonald's. From McDonald's to charitable. It wouldn't work well.
No, it wouldn't work the other way. No. Wilkins, nice interior feed of Montross. Krzyzkowiak takes the foul. His first, second on the team, will force the rookie to go to the free throw line again.
This play has worked so well against the Bulls on that West Coast trip, and Crisco has to come over on the side.
Eric Montross at the line.
Red, last year and in years past, the Bulls were a team that played the center from behind. This year, a little different strategy, playing him from in front. And, you know, I wonder, what is the reasoning behind that? Is that because of the personnel now the Bulls have in the middle without a Bill Cartwright type?
They figure they don't have to double as much. So Montross comes up and makes 4 free throws here. We've got 10-3 lead.
Cartwright played that defense so well from behind the center, moving him off his blocks. A little bit different now, the centers the Bulls have on the roster. 10 to go on the shot clock. Pippen. Tap by Harper. And Chicago by 5. Almost 4 minutes gone by, first quarter.
That's the first time Dominic's touched it, isn't it?
Yeah, but just Raja saves, but not in time.
That's the first time he touched it, and he's going, I got to take his shot.
Chicago ball.
It's going to be Chicago ball. He just, he didn't want to give it up. I mean, there's 4 minutes gone past in this game. He hasn't had a shot. He hasn't done that as a starter.
No, you're right. Where's he? Where's that strange number?
Yeah,
he wear 21 in Atlanta?
Oh, yeah.
He's wearing number 12. 21 must be retired in Boston. Scottie Pippen for 3. David Wesley and the Celtics on the run. Wesley, a little stop and go action on B.J. Armstrong. Montross out of the foul line. He can hit there.
Eric Montross.
Eric Montross with 6 points, his first from the field. Bulls lead by 3. Armstrong off the screen by Purdue. B.J. looking for the mismatch, and quickly the Celtics switch back defensively, and we've got a legal defense called on Boston.
Celtics, their first.
That was on Montross.
Violation. The Bulls get a new 24.
Well, I have to thank Larry Kraskowiak. He sent me a hat here. It said Reds Bar from Missoula, Montana.
You got it. I got to get up there to Montana. Everybody talks about Montana as a great place. David Wesley tipped it onto the sidelines. It'll belong to the Bulls.
America's best kept secret, I guess.
I think, yeah. There. I mean, you know, a lot of people are starting to live up. Phil Jackson, Larry Kraskowiak have places up there. 12-9, Bulls on top. I'm surprised you haven't been up there fishing. Kicking violation against Montross. Reload the shot clock for the Bulls.
Well, in the winter, I can't get away, and it's too cold. In the summer, it's so beautiful around here. I hate to leave.
Yeah, you're right. Summer's the time to be in the Midwest. Summer and fall. Armstrong.
Oh, Crisco's got it deep, too.
Now Scottie Pippen against Dominique Wilkins. Plenty of time in the shot clock. Purdue on the block. Nice move with the left hand. And Will Purdue has 6.
Will comes back strong after being out for several games. Bulls with some slight pressure.
Wesley breaks it across. Dino Raja out in front, picked up by Will Purdue.
Well, he gave Will 3 or 4 fakes that time. Will never left his feet, and Dino knocks his first 2 down.
3-point Chicago lead. Armstrong flashes and gets it off in a hurry. Raja saves. Here comes Wesley. Dominique Wilkins against Scottie Pippen. Rebound, Wilkins. Ronnie Harper comes up with the board. Pippen dealing baseline. Nicely done. 4 for Pitt. Chicago by 5. Under 6 minutes to go in the quarter. David Wesley. Dino Raja on the block. Over Kraskowiak, nothing but net.
Dino Raja.
4 for Dino, and the Celtics back to within 3. Crisco down low against Raja to return the favor and gets the roll off the back of the rim.
Good balance scoring for the Bulls.
Chicago by 5. Changes coming up at the Bulls lineup in a moment. Next dead ball. Wilkins to Montross in close. Crisco got a piece of it. Score the field goal. Eric Montross.
Very impressive is Eric Montross in his first quarter. He's got 8 points. Kraskowiak's second foul, and Bill Wennington's going to come in the lineup here for Will Purdue.
And Crisco is replaced on the play by Tony Kukoc. Well, Montross has been impressive. Last 3 games, Red, shooting 65% from the field, averaging almost 11 points and 7 rebounds per game. Missed his first free throw of the night after making his first 4. 3-point lead, Chicago. Armstrong sets it up to Pippen. Ten to go on the shot clock. Harper posting up D. Brown. Got a whistle on Brown. His first personal foul. That's only the first on the Celtics.
Personal foul. D. Brown is first.
And the amazing thing is the Bulls will be going to the free throw line. They do not get there. They had, here's Ronnie Harper posting Brown up. He gets Brown up in the air. The Phoenix Suns shot 40 free throws against them, 42 last night by Atlanta. And it shows the way they are going to the basket. The Bulls are still in that set offense that face-ups, no slashes, and you don't get to the basket.
Well, you know, again, the triple post offense in many cases produces jump shots rather than drives to the basket, and that's just the nature of the offense. 19-15, the lead is 4 for Chicago. D. Brown looking down low. Gets it up high to Wilkins. Scotty almost had a steal. Montross got clobbered by Bill Wennington.
Call the walk, says Phil, and it'll be difficult to figure out if that really was a walk or what. But here's
Montross to the line.
Bill Wennington met him in midair, picks up his first personal foul. That is 4 on the team now, and Montross back at the free throw line. He sure has been busy here in this first quarter. Dean Smith teaches you how to make free throws, doesn't he? North Carolina guys. There's another North Carolina guy on that. There's a look at the Celtics last night. Didn't get many free throws tonight. They've got a bunch. 10 now for Montross. He is 6 out of 7 from the line himself here tonight in this first quarter. Rick Fox playing very well off the bench for the Celtics. We'll see him a little bit later on. Harper throws it away. Wesley on the intercept. Ronnie trying to hit Kukoc on the weak side. Nice lead for Raja. Dino with 6. Boston vaults into a tie with the Bulls at 19. Armstrong off the screen by Wennington. Offensive foul. Wennington came out with that hip and knee and illegally set a screen.
Something has happened to the Bulls. They go along, then they start to go bad, and they just go bad defensively, offensively, from the free throw line. Everything goes at once.
It all falls, yeah. Like a house of cards. Raja backing in on Kukoc. Tony tried to draw the foul. Montross, the open man. Raja found him. Montross with 12. And the Celtics lead by 2. Scotty off the screen by Kukoc. Pippen with his 3rd from the field. He has 6. Going to start another 85-game double-figure streak, right?
Right.
Started tonight. 21 apiece. We're tied. Under 4 minutes to go in the first. Make that Raja off the glass. Montross had the rebound for a moment. Pippen pried it loose. Scotty on the run. Kukoc sets in the corner for 3. Montross to Wesley. Boston on the run. Wilkins at the arc. Knocked out of bounds, and last touch by Montross. It will belong to Chicago. 2:59 left to go for this first period of play. Break of the action. Celtics and Bulls hooked up in a good one thus far, tied at 21.
It's time for friends to fly free on Southwest Airlines.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
And people are friendlier than ever. Just make reservations at least a day in advance and buy your round-trip ticket at Southwest's regular low unrestricted fare, and a friend flies with you, free, anywhere we fly.
Joe, Dad, what do you think?
Friends fly free on Southwest, the low-fare airline. Call 1-800-I-FLY-SWA.
Joe. Oh, this guy amazing, chump, man. I can take this guy with one hand tied behind my back.
Go for it.
Miller Lite presents Hurricane Hughes versus...
What's your name? Joe, but I'm just gonna trick you.
Miller Lite. You can expect great things with a great taste that's never watered down.
Guys, bullfighter.
Yeah. Miller Lite. Can your beer do this?
You know, a lot of people who work on their cars will only shop at AutoZone. They depend on us for the best quality parts and low prices every day. They come in, get what they need, and then get back to work. Because you see, they believe if you want the job done right, you do it yourself. Well, at AutoZone, we couldn't agree more. Because when you take the time and the effort to work on your car yourself, you ought to be choosy about where you shop. We just thank you for choosing AutoZone.
Hello from the Southwest Airlines overhead cam. Hey, on Saturday, December 17th, Bulls battle the Jazz. Kempner Mutual Funds lapel pin night. First 20,000 adults entering the United Center get a Bulls lapel pin, compliments of Kempner Mutual Funds. Let's pause for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago.
A look at the numbers from the field. Chicago shooting very well in this first quarter. So are the Celtics at 50%. Steve Kerr in the game for the Bulls. Nice feed to Scottie Pippen from Ron Harper. 8 for Pip. Scottie now 4 of 6 from the field himself. Rick Fox is in the lineup now for Boston. Wesley and Brown are the guards. Fox and Wilkins up front, and Pippen denies the pass to Wilkins, but double dribbles off the steal.
What a job Pip has done. Wilkins has had 4 shots. He hasn't scratched yet. He's slowed down a little bit, yes, but he's still got some dynamic moves.
You bet.
That I'm sure we're yet to see.
Wilkins averaged 21 points a game this season for the Celtics. He was slow to miss 3 games with a hamstring earlier. Fox sets it up to Wesley. Bulls leading by 2. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go, first quarter. Wesley, nice move around Wilkins. That's got to be an offensive foul. Wilkins came out with his elbow when he tried to set a screen on Steve Kerr. Wilkins picks up his first. No basket, and the Bulls with the 2-point lead and the ball.
Big guys do you a favor by setting the screen. And now it's up to you to run the man off him, but don't turn, don't move. You defeat what it's all about.
Kerr, quick release behind a screen by Kukoc. Steve on the follow. Kerr with his first from the field.
2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, and the Bulls by 4 once again. Fox had the open shot. Tougher selection, and he hurt himself. He went into Bill Weddington. The ball was knocked out of bounds by Weddington. No foul.
Got hit right on the crazy ball. That hurts. Clear, they holler. Look at them all dash to the other side of the court.
D. Brown one-on-one with Tony Kukoc.
And the hand comes out.
Yeah. Kukoc picks up the foul. And
the Bulls personal
foul. Fit him to the free throw line. Yep.
His first penalty.
Boston gets a lot of free throws, and they shoot it well. 3rd in the league. Although they did not have many free throws, as we showed you last night, just 10 free throws in that ball game against the Phoenix Suns. D. Brown now with 4 points. 6th in the NBA in free throw shooting is D. Brown. Up over 90% from the line. 5 for D. Brown. Bulls by 2. Coming up on a minute 30 to go, first quarter. Harper off the screen by Weddington. D. Brown stays right with him. 10 to go on the shot clock. Pippen on the post against Rick Fox. Scottie in double digits. 5 from the field. He has 10 points. He's 5 of 7 from the field.
He's starting that streak back now.
Wesley. Wilkins across the lane. Had it tipped. Fox to Brown for 3. Not that time. Good position by Weddington of the rebound. Kukoc on the fly. Scored and a foul. Yes, and it counts.
Boy, Tony Kukoc took his body under the basket that time, Wayne. Under the basket. Watch this. He goes around Rick Fox under the basket. Then he comes back with it and lays it up and in. Nice play. Again, here it is. He's behind the basket. He comes around, and Rick Fox picks up his first foul. That's only the 2nd foul on their team, but Tony goes to the line.
Pete Myers up off the bench. He checks on. So the Bulls now with Kerr, Myers on the floor. Pippen, Weddington, and Kukoc round out the quintet on the floor for Chicago. In the final minute of play in this first quarter, Bulls leading by 7. Wesley looking for room. D. Brown. Rick Fox for 3. Kukoc the rebound. Bulls taking command of the boards now. Shot clock and game clock on your screen now. Shot clock's in red. Tony goes to work. Double team from Wesley. He's out of position. Kukoc on the foul.
Oh, I love it. I love it when he gets that ball down low. He's a magician down there with the ball.
Montross picks up his first.
Tony gets it. Watch this. Rick's got his arm on his back. He spins, takes that long step underneath, and gets hit by Montross.
Tony at the line, shooting 2. Nice move.
He just is so cute from down there.
Pippen makes his second in a row from the free throw line. He's got another coming up. Bulls are leading now by 8 points. Biggest lead of the night.
When's the last time you heard an NBA player move described cute?
85 games ago? I don't know. That seems to be a nice number.
Oh,
Pippen
come on.
That's ridiculous.
Stupid call that is. Nothing out there. Nothing. Hey, I was talking to Phil before. Scottie Pippen is getting unusual ticky-tack fouls way away from the basket. Something like that. This guy Wilkins has a score. He scores now for the first time in a quarter, but I mean, what a stupid call that was. Sideways, doesn't bother anybody.
Dominique 0 for 4 from the field, 0 for 2 from three-point range. Makes good on a pair at the line.
I mean, the NBA trying to speed the game up, trying to do things. The game is dragging down when they go from free throw line to free throw line. No harm, no foul out there. And
amen, brother. You're singing to the choir. Time winding down to this one. 1 second differential. Shot clock to game clock. And Bill Wennington beats it off a nice feed from Steve Kerr. Bulls again by 9. Wesley had it slapped away by Myers. Good feed, though, to the corner. D. Brown beats it with a tray. His second three-pointer of the night. 8 points for D. Brown. We head to the first break of the game, quarter-wise, at the end of 1. Boston trailing Chicago by 6.
Share the magic.
Do you believe in magic?
Share the joy.
A very Merry Christmas to you.
Share the holiday spirit with someone you love.
I can't think of anyone I'd rather spend Christmas with.
Channel 9 has a gift for you and your entire family.
God bless you.
5 nights of movies that will warm your heart and make you believe. Christmas week starts Monday night at 7 on WGN Channel 9.
It's rough being a grandpa during gift-giving season. I got 8 grandkids. Last I counted. But this year I'm going to Burger King for these wonderful Disney glasses. There's that nice boy Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, magical Disney classics. The glasses are just 89 cents at Burger King with any Whopper value meal. So the kids get their favorite Disney glasses, and I eat every Whopper. It is better to give than to receive.
Burger King, get your burger's worth.
This holiday season, while you're shopping, we'll be dropping a ton of money in the Discover Card Big Payback. Now, every time you use your card, you're automatically entered in our holiday sweepstakes. The more you shop, the more chances you have to win. Weekly bonus prizes of $50,000 or land the ultimate $1 million grand prize. It pays to discover. The card with the big payback.
It's our neighbor.
Louise?
Yeah, and she has a gift.
Give her this.
Christmas list getting out of control?
Uncle Mo!
Nothing's too good for the mailman.
Yeah. Hey. It's icy.
Be careful.
Get holiday instant games from the Illinois Lottery. With 4 games and big grand prizes, you can wrap up all your holiday shopping without having to part with the things you love.
Write down the Bulls' high score, his point total, and the date of tonight's game, and send it on a postcard to WGN. You could win round-trip tickets on Southwest Airlines, the low-fare airline.
The Bulls are, Boston's going to clear the floor here, and Dominique Wilkins is going to set a screen, but what he does is he slams into Steve Kerr. This is a nice pick, but an offensive foul.
Back live as we start the second quarter of play here at the United Center. The big Frank Thomas, frequent visitor to these parts at this time of year with his wife. Got a foul down low. It's on Pete Myers of the Bulls. His first on the team. Non-cheating affair. Blue Edwards is in the game for the Celtics, and B.J. Armstrong up off the bench will be coming on in a moment for Chicago. The numbers in the first quarter. Bulls start out very hot from the field, which is good news after last night's cool performance. Wesley. Kukoc pushing off on the rebound, or is Montrose the guilty party? They're calling it on the rookie Montrose. His second and the first on the team.
The team's first.
B.J. back into the lineup. Pete Myers has a seat on the bench.
Replacing Pete Myers.
B.J. Armstrong, Steve Kerr, the backcourt tandem. Pippen and Kukoc at the forwards, and Wennington in the middle for Chicago. And for Boston, they answer with Wesley and Brown, the backcourt tandem.
So they go small. They go very small here. Two front players from formerly with the Milwaukee Bucks, Blue Edwards and Derek Strong.
Derek Strong playing the center position now. He's more of a forward. Rick Fox the other forward. Kukoc had the open shot, goes to the left. Wennington.
Bill Wennington from Tony Kukoc.
Bill came in hitting 50% of his shots tonight. His second for the field. He has 4. Opening minute of play, second quarter. Chicago leading by 8. Celtics played and lost at home against Phoenix last night. Rick Fox, and we got an offensive foul coming up. This one's on Derek Strong.
Derek Strong,
his first. Boy, you see a lot of that now, John. The you know, the quick screens that are being called, and if you're not in position of when you're setting the screen offensively, they'll call you.
Just set it and then roll with it. Don't move into it.
Wennington, quick release over Derek Strong. Blue Edwards up high for the rebound. Wesley. Here's Edwards out high. Started his career with Utah, went on to Milwaukee. And now he and Derek Strong come from Milwaukee to Boston this year. D. Brown turnaround. Kukoc got pushed from behind.
Rick Fox.
Yep.
Boston.
Rick Fox is second on the team.
Second.
Chris Ford on the Celtic bench. Excellent coach, John. He has presided in his 4 years as Chris Ford over the decline of the Celtics from the championship teams of the mid-'80s. Dino Raja back on, replacing Rick Fox.
My trivia question about him is he's the first guy to hit a three-point field goal in the NBA, so they put that in. He was in Detroit, and his game started a little quicker than everybody else's, and he has that record.
Back in 1979. Kukoc hard off the glass. Strong is there. Wesley. Celtics on the run to Dino Raja. Got a foul coming up, score the field goal. Bulls foul on B.J. Armstrong.
Personal foul, B.J. Armstrong.
Wesley breaks it down. Here comes Raja to trailer. He goes on in and draws that foul from B.J. His first. Raja to the line. He's got 8 in the game.
Second team foul on the Bulls. Derek Strong piercing in, knocked it out of bounds. It'll belong to Chicago. Chris, in his first 2 years at the Celtic helm, led the Green to a couple of Atlantic Division titles, and has always gotten good mileage out of the talent he's had in recent years. He really has. As recently as a couple of years ago, they pressed the Knicks down the stretch for a championship in the division. 10 to go on the shot clock. Kukoc. Wennington. Pippen there. Backing in on Blue Edwards. Come on, Billy. Wennington hits the back of the iron again.
Yeah, he's been long on those shots.
Edwards to Raja inside. Wennington latches on to the rebound. B.J. on the move. Scottie Pippen stopped by Wesley and a foul. Wesley dug in under him. First on David Wesley, third on the team.
The Celtic personal foul, David Wesley, is first. The team's third. Greg Foster in the lineup for the Bulls, replacing Bill Wennington.
Greg Foster steps on, replacing Bill Wennington. Boy, Foster, as we pointed out in the pregame, has performed well of late. Pippen makes good on his first 11 other. Celtics make a change. Neat back on. David Wesley leaves.
I think Pip's gone all the way here, hasn't he?
Believe so. Second upcoming for Pippen now. He has 11 points. Make it 12, and the Chicago lead is 8. A couple of interested viewers.
Purvis Ellison, wasn't it? Yeah.
Purvis Ellison on the left, yeah.
Oh, man.
Raja bowled over Pippen, no foul. Wilkins for 3, ring it up.
3-point field goal, Dominique Wilkins.
5 for Neek.
You hear the guys behind us, get in the game, Jack.
Bulls spread the floor. Triangle to the right, reverse to Pippen. Kerr off the screen. 10 to go on the shot clock. Armstrong off the screen by Scotty. Breaks down the defense. Score the field goal with the foul.
B.J. Armstrong. Yes, to the hoop.
Blue Edwards picks up a foul.
There he goes down the middle with it. Takes the foul from Blue Edwards, lays it up over the rim, and in. Blue Edwards' first foul.
B.J. beginning to penetrate a little bit more here tonight, John, than we've seen in the past.
Yes.
5 for Armstrong. Pressure in the backcourt by the Bulls. Chicago's lead again is 8. Double on Edwards. D. Brown takes it across, and ahead it goes to Wilkins. To Raja. He traveled again.
That's a beautiful fast break by himself, didn't he?
Chris Boyd says, wow. Hard to stop those feet sometimes, Coach.
All right, Blue Edwards moves into backcourt, and
Bulls force over 20 turnovers a game. Celtics already have 6. Tony didn't like the options he saw up front. 10 to go on the shot clock. This is Armstrong against Wesley. Lost the handle on it. Derek Strong picks it off. Celtics on the push, and they've got numbers. Blue Edwards didn't finish. Rebound battle. Got a loose ball foul coming up.
Loose ball
foul is on Foster. Greg Foster's first, third on the team. Non-shooting affair with 8:20 to go in the quarter. Pete Myers again up off Phil Jackson's bench. Reports on.
He'll replace Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr comes off. Chicago by 8. And the Celtics on the attack. David Wesley. Wilkins popped open behind a screen by Raja. Now to the post, and Raja against Foster. Beautiful move.
Dino Raja.
10 for Raja. Chicago leads sliced to 6. Tony. Armstrong at the arc for 3. Raja. Derek Strong, his teammate, for that rebound. Boston can close within 4 or 3 with a tray. 10 to go on the shot clock for the Celtics. This is Raja. Up over the backboard. It will be Chicago basketball.
BJ having a tough time shooting threes, and oh, look what we got here. Dominique Wilkins.
Boy, at the top of the active list in points per game, field goals made, and free throws.
And we know what he's done against the Bulls.
We know that firsthand. Pip trying to bank that one. Blue Edwards takes the rebound off the floor. Derek Strong out high. Here's Dominique Wilkins. Scottie Pippen has put the clamps on Wilkins for the most part tonight. 10 to go on the shot clock. Neek out at the line again. Pippen had good rebounding position on his countryman, Dino Raja. Myers on the run. Finishes and a foul.
Nice play all the way by Pete Myers. Pete took it on in. He normally doesn't do that, but this time he takes it in. Watch him take it here from the top of the circle. He goes in. Derek Strong riding along with him. Pete knocks it in. A foul on Derek.
5th on the team when we resume. Pete Myers head to the free throw line. Right now, the Bulls head to the bench, leading by 8.
Hey, MCI customers. Now MCI advertises 40% savings with Friends and Family 2 Basic, but the average savings on your MCI bill is only 13%. Must be MCI math again. Look at your bill. To get any discount at all, people you call have to be in your circle, and to get the big savings, they also have to be MCI customers. You even have to pay $36 a year in fees, so you never get 40% off your total bill. Now, some true math from AT&T. 20% is what we offer, and 20% is what we subtract off your AT&T bill. That's AT&T True USA Savings. Spend $25 a month on AT&T long distance and save 20% on your AT&T calls to everyone in the USA anytime, guaranteed. 4 out of 5 Friends and Family 2 Basic customers will save more with AT&T. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT. Switching's free. Call now.
Your true voice. There's something happening here. What it is exactly clear. You have to stop till what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Get out of the old and get into the cold.
Couple of Bulls fans enjoying tonight's action at the United Center. On Saturday, December 17th, Bulls battle the Jazz. Kemper Mutual Funds lapel pin night. First 20,000 adults entering the United Center will receive a Bulls lapel pin. Compliments of Kemper Mutual Funds. And what's on tap? Well, a week from tonight, we'll be in the Bradley Center. Bullseye at 7 o'clock, followed by the Bulls and the Bucks, featuring the Big Dog. Glenn Robinson out of Purdue in his rookie season now. Pete Myers at the free throw line. Cashes the three-point play. Chicago by 9. Pressure in the backcourt. Wesley directing traffic for the Celtics. Blue Edwards passes ahead to Raja. Dino from the outside over Tony Kukoc. Foster piercing in for the rebound. Nicely done. Armstrong to Bushler. Nobody was fouled.
I didn't know if he was going to be able to contain the ball, you know, carry that ball with him, but he just forced it up towards the basket. Watch this. There we go in. Bushler gets it. Yes, he was able to keep it, and they draw us the foul. He actually had a chance of making that one.
Foul on Derek Strong, already his third, 5th on the team. Celtics are over the limit with 6:34 to go in the quarter. Judd misses on his first 11. Eric Montross back on, replacing Derek Strong. Montross a big first quarter with 12 points.
Bushler's first miss from the free throw line with the Bulls, and his second. He went from shooting 1,000 to 500 like that.
That's pro sports for you, right?
It's cold. Let's talk contract.
Yeah, talk now. 6:23, your former GM. 6:23 left to go in the half. Wilkins off balance on that shot. He's forcing it now. Dominique a little frustrated. BJ finds Bushler.
Very nice. They kicked it in, they kicked it out, and Bushler catches it, converts it into a deuce.
Bulls by 11, biggest lead of the night. 6 minutes to go in the half. Blue Edwards out high. Montross on the block. Montross to the left hand. Kukoc the rebound. Boy, the Bulls have done a good job on the defensive board. Tony trying to bail him out to Armstrong. Neek intercepts. Blue Edwards on the run. Can't handle it.
Chicago ball.
Turnover Boston.
Yeah, D. Brown back in for Blue Edwards.
Returns for the Celtics, replacing Blue Edwards.
Phil Jackson a wipe of the brow.
Both coaches taking a chance on that play, and 2 turnovers in a row.
5.5 to go in the second quarter. Bushler clears to Kukoc for 3. Bring it.
3-point field goal.
8 for Tony. Now the Bulls extend the advantage to 14. Wesley moves it across. Timeout Boston.
On the floor.
Chris Ford and company talk things over. Bulls looking much stronger than they did last night 24 hours ago. Kukoc and company head off, leading by 14.
It's time for friends to fly free on Southwest Airlines.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
And people are friendlier than ever. Just make reservations at least a day in advance and buy your round-trip ticket at Southwest's regular low unrestricted fare, and a friend flies with you, free, anywhere we fly.
Joe, Dad, what do you think?
Friends fly free on Southwest, the low-fare airline. Call 1-800-I-FLY-SWA.
After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out.
Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
After midnight, we're gonna check
The cold one. For those who've discovered its smooth draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
We're gonna call talking.
So get out of the old and get into the cold.
Get into Luxor, Las Vegas by entering under the Sphinx's belly and through a boat, which is really the lobby, and then past the Talking Camels by the Nile Riverboat ride and up this elevator, which moves at a 39-degree angle, and drop your stuff off in your room and go to the Secrets of the Pyramid, which takes you to the past, present, and future, and then jump into the pool for a brisk swim because it's only a gazillion degrees outside, and head to the spa for a massage, only to wind up inside a flight simulator. And if you're not getting into it by now, do yourself a favor, buddy, and check your pulse.
In Chicago, 49-35 Bulls. You heard of Mary quick. Where did your guard? Listen to this. See these guys right here? They're looking for Jed Bushler. Where is he? Why, he's over here by himself. Watch this. The pass is going to come in over the top. Where is he? Where's Bushler? Where is Bushler? Where is Bushler? Dino Raja. Now three of them looking. Hey, here he is.
How does your garden grow, huh? Growing pretty well right now for the Bulls. That lead up to 14.
I was thinking of little Bo Peep to come out and how does your garden grow?
Bulls 22-8 on the inside edge, and get a quick foul here on Jed Bushler off the defense.
Yep.
First on Jed, fourth on the team. Celtics have been shut down in the last 3:05. Coming up on 5 minutes left to go in the half. Wilkins backing in, double team from BJ. Nice move by Dominique, and we jinxed him into a field goal. 7 for Wilkins. He will go to the line.
Jed Bushler, his second.
Bushler's second foul.
Bushler can put his arm on there, but he didn't impede him. He got right down underneath. Pippen's back in here with 5 minutes to go. And he's made a ton of these shots, hasn't he?
Yes, sir.
Dominique Wilkins.
Usually been in a red uniform, though. The Atlanta Hawks. Funny how that trade worked last year between Atlanta and the Clippers. One star Manning to Atlanta, the other Wilkins to L.A. Neither ended up there after the offseason. Right. Foster turns the lane, and it opens like the Red Sea for Moses.
Beautifully done.
Wesley sets it up. D. Brown. Bulls by 13. Raja backing Kukoc. Double down from Armstrong. Not in time.
Well, they go to their two forwards. Wilkins gets 3 points on it, and he comes back and gets 2. And it's just isolation. One man down low.
11-point lead. Pass to Armstrong from Foster, and BJ was fouled by David Wesley.
Wesley insists he had the ball, but not to be his second foul.
David Wesley, his second.
Down the lane, here it comes. Foster gives him a little drop pass.
Wesley is tied up underneath.
You know, their record is a 7-7, right? They are 4-2 on the road and 3-5 at home. 4-2 on the road. Do you think that made a great road record? But you know what they did? They caught 3 teams the day after they made trades, those big trades. And sometimes it takes a little time for them to work in, and they won 3 of those games on the road against those teams.
Fortuitous scheduling, I guess you'd say. Dickie Simpkins is on for the Bulls, replacing Tony Kukoc. BJ at the line for his second. And he completes a pair. 7 points for BJ tonight. Armstrong had 19 last night. Pressure in the backcourt. Bulls leading by 13. Myers almost had a steal. It'll belong to Boston.
Still in the backcourt.
21 to go on the shot clock. See if they make it in the 10 seconds. There it is. Wilkins. Dominique. Left it underneath the backboard. Bulls on the run. Pippen Armstrong denied by Wesley. Knocked out of bounds. Good quick hands by David Wesley.
Pip and Tex talking a little bit here.
Coming up on 4 minutes left to go in this first half. Armstrong. D. Brown comes up with it for the Celtics. Under 4 minutes to go. Wesley to the big guy, Montross. Tough move with a right-handed hook. His first field goal since the initial quarter. He has 14. Boston trailing by 11. Simpkins. Will Perdue in traffic. Rajan comes up with it. Here's D. Brown. Trying to hit Montross down low. Will Perdue broke that up nicely. Pippen on the run. He wins it home. 14 for Scotty.
He might have taken a little stroll with that, huh?
Well, isn't he entitled? 3 minutes to go, first half. Of course, if he was wearing green, right, we'd be yelling traffic.
There you go.
Dino faces the bucket against the rookie Simpkins. Beautiful move. Got a foul coming up on Simpkins, I believe.
Scored a goal. It's a goaltend on Will Perdue. Yes, sir. Dino Raja made that nice pivot underneath.
His first penalty.
All right, here he makes the move. He steps up. Will goes up.
Dino Raja shoots one.
Get out of there, he says.
Yeah, it looks like it might have been over the rim a little bit. So score the field goal for Dino. He's at the line on the foul by Simpkins. Now he has 15 points as he completes the three-point play. Armstrong steps it across a screen by Pippen. BJ wanted Pete Myers flashing across the lane. They have to reverse up high to Perdue. 10 to go on the shot clock. Simpkins against Raja.
Hey, I like the way it came out, not the way it went up, though. Dickey with his first deuce. They don't have a point off their bench yet. You know that?
You're right. D. Brown. Raja at the baseline. Will Perdue the rebound. B.J. Armstrong. The pull-up. Ring it.
B.J. Armstrong.
9 for Armstrong. 14 points lead for the Bulls. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Wesley for 3. Left it far short. Pippen on the run for the Bulls. Oh, Myers threw it right to Don Baden. Oh, man, look at the expression.
Look at the gray hair up there. Coming. 3 more up there. Look at Tex. He's seen enough of those.
Tex,
you'll all be gray before this is over.
Tex says to Phil, you're not going premature. It's plays like that, and Montross converts on the other end. It's plays like that that put gray hair in your head when you're a coach.
Now, that 30 of the 47 points is by Dino Raja and Eric Montross.
There isn't enough Grecian formula in the world to correct that problem.
You got that right. Look at this, Dick.
Oh, beautiful feed from B.J. to Simpkins coming from the weak side. 4 for the rookie Simpkins, who got his first start Wednesday night against Phoenix. D. Brown stopped by Pete Myers in that baseline move. Now he gets a step down the lane.
He got that little extra step they allowed, but
little wheelhouse by D. Brown. He has 10. 12 points the lead now for the Chicago Bulls. Myers. I think that was a pass to Perdue. Nice little interior feed to Pippen. Scotty missed the jam. Will Perdue to make it good? No, but a foul.
Pippen.
Bulls all over that rim, just couldn't get it done. Fouls on Montross, his third.
Personal foul on Eric Montross, his third.
Watch this. You want to see a ball go down in the basket and come out? Look at it. It's in. It's in. No, it's out. Oh, Pip, I thought that one was down. It was down till he released the spring on that breakaway rim.
I once saw before this is in the age before the released spring-like rim, whatever they call that. Bill Robinson in Kansas City.
Oh yes.
Got rained upon when Chocolate Thunder of Philadelphia came through and busted a backboard. Late Bill Robinson got it all over.
Yeah. Well, he even named that dunk after him, right?
Daryl Dawkins, right?
Yeah.
Perdue with a second upcoming. Myers has a seat on the Bulls bench. Will missed a pair at the line. Kerr is back on for Chicago. Wesley pushing it across for the Celtics. Feeds Rick Fox. Scored and a foul.
Off the basket by Rick Fox.
There's your points off the bench, and Will Perdue picks up his first personal foul.
Penalty.
Rick Fox, who's played so well off the bench for the Celtics.
Fast break. He just hesitates and he steps on in front of Will. Will reaches over the shoulder and picks the foul up.
Rick Fox shoots one.
Wesley driving deep and then actually trailing the play. Rick Fox got that ball. Puts in on the three-point play. So it's a 10-point lead for Chicago.
Bulls going to go 2 for 1.
He's got a chance if they get off a quick shot. Scotty wants it quickly, and he does.
All right, they did. He looked over the bench, and Phil said, "Go, Pip." Pip with 16.
Fox down low against Pippen. Nice move. Rick Fox with 5 quick points here in the final minute of this second quarter.
Bulls will take it now for last.
There's less than a tenth of a second difference. Less than a full second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Time winding down now. Armstrong for 3. Rebound to Perdue. Yes, and it counts.
1.4 seconds on the clock, and Big Will follows it up.
Raja picks up his first personal foul, and Chris Ford just can't believe it. Oh, yeah, 2 Celtics for the rebound. Fox may have knocked it out of the hands of Raja, and then Will Perdue cleaned up. .4 seconds remaining.
Chance for Will to be in double.
Whoa! That almost didn't catch iron. But Celtics unable to get off a shot. First half comes to a close. Bill Jackson, there were some anxious moments, yes indeed, but his Bulls head off at halftime with an 8-point lead at 66-54. Now let's go back to the studio at WGN and Jackie Bang with a look at what's ahead on WGN News, followed by Rich King in the WGN Sports Halftime Report.
This is WGN News Halftime Report.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jackie Bang. Jim Ramsey will be along for a quick check of our weather. Here's a look at some of the stories we're working on for WGN News after the game. A Chicago man faces 3 counts of murder for the killings of 3 elderly people, including his aunt. 33-year-old Timothy Hall reportedly has confessed to the slayings that occurred earlier this week on the South Side. U.S. Air is requiring double checks by employees regarding the amount of fuel on its planes. This comes after reports some aircraft left the airport gates without enough fuel. And the woman who electrified the Democratic convention 2 years ago with her account of how she and her 2 children were infected with HIV today died of AIDS. 47-year-old Elizabeth Glazer passed away at her Santa Monica, California home. Jim Ramsey now joins us with a check of the weather. Jim?
Jackie, it's been wonderful outside. Temperatures above normal, a little cloudy, maybe some mist later on tonight, but generally very pleasant. We're expecting that to continue. This evening, cloudy, low 43 to 46, but check this out for Sunday. It looks like a beautiful day, high temperature, mid to upper 50s, but we do expect the clouds around. Southwest breezes at from 10 to 20 miles per hour.
All right, Jim, thank you. All this and much more on WGN News after the game. Up next, Rich King with WGN Sports Halftime.
Your Christmases be white. Ice cold milk. Help yourself.
True confessions about calling circles from MCI friends and family customers.
He asks for a lot of friends and family's names.
I gave him my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, my friend in Florida.
It just wasn't worth it.
Out of my 10 people, only 1 I got the discount. To make it easier, simpler.
You want it simple? You got it. Just switch to AT&T and get AT&T True USA Savings. Spend $25 a month on AT&T and we subtract 20% from your AT&T long-distance bill. Switch now and save to anyone, anytime, anywhere in the USA, guaranteed.
Simple is better.
With AT&T, you save on calls to everyone.
That's why 2 out of 3 MCI Friends and Family Basic or Primetime users will save more with True USA Savings.
I'm going back to AT&T.
We'll switch you for free. Just call 1-800-PICK-ATT. We're standing by for your call.
Just switch back.
Switch now. Call 1-800-PICK-ATT.
Your true voice.
Even with the most demanding material, the Skill Random Orbit Sander delivers an exceptionally smooth performance. One of the classic series tools from Skill.
If your kids enjoy baseball cards, Card Baseball would be the perfect holiday gift. It's the board game that brings cards to life. It's fun, easy to play, and perfect for anyone 8 years and up. Card Baseball, the perfect holiday gift, is available at Toys R Us.
You know, a lot of people who work on their cars will only shop at AutoZone. They depend on us for the best quality parts and low prices every day. They come in, get what they need, and then get back to work. Because you see, they believe if you want the job done right, you do it yourself. Well, at AutoZone, we couldn't agree more. Because when you take the time and the effort to work on your car yourself, you ought to be choosy about where you shop. We just thank you for choosing AutoZone.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NBA.
The Bulls on top of Boston at the half by a score of 66-54 at the United Center. And welcome to our halftime report on WGN TV. I'm Rich King. We'll have some of the NBA highlights from around the league a bit later on. First of all, though, however, we'll take a look at the exciting day in college basketball. The Fighting Illini and Duke invading the United Center this afternoon for a game, and Duke led most of the way in that contest. Juwan Garris will score the 3 here for the Fighting Illini. This would give them a 65-64 lead late in the game. The Alaskan, though, Trajan Langdon dishes off to Greg Newton, 68-65. Duke 21 seconds left. Illinois down by 3. Juwan Garris changed Lou Henson's inbound play. Garris had a freshman toss it in. Ryan Johnson, Illinois denied a chance for a three-pointer.
Coming out of there, we knew it was the stack that we were running, but I had just been put in the ball game and as a shooter, and then so I didn't think I was supposed to take it out, and you know, somebody else did. And it was a little bit of a mix-up, but some we'll work on. We'll get together.
Shot at the basket. So Duke wins by 5 there. Joe Meyer, meantime, looks on the road in Georgetown. DePaul against the Hoyas. Tom Kleismith, good fake here, and the jumper. He had 32 points for the Demons. They hung tough this afternoon. Brandon Cole will get a three-pointer off this play, as DePaul had a 39-35 lead in the middle of the second half. But Georgetown simply too strong in the stretch. Jerome Williams, the big slam. Georgetown wins 74-68. Meantime, in the John Wooden Classic, number 1 UMass against number 7 Kansas. Lou Rowe hits the turnaround for UMass right there, but Kansas was too tough in this game, as Gerard Haas with the big slam here for the victory. Kansas will knock off UMass 81-75. We check the scores around college basketball tonight. TCU on top of Illinois Chicago, 70-57. Northern Iowa beats Loyola. Iowa leading Ohio U in that Hawkeye Classic 21-16. Rounding out the boards, Indiana beating Evansville. You have Wisconsin beating Texas Tech, and Michigan over Tennessee Chattanooga 83-71. College football, undefeated Alabama and Florida hooking up in the SEC championship game. Bama down by a point, but Jay Barker was picked off in the late going, intercepted by Eddie Lake on Bama's drive with 1:07 left in the game, and they hung on to win. Florida did by a score of 24-23 to win the SEC championship and damage Alabama's chances, kill it for a national title. Okay, more coming up on the halftime show after this break.
Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling. Can your beer do this? Your local Ford dealer, the Truck Authority. Your True Value hardware store. Help is just around the corner. AT&T, proud sponsor of the NBA and the Chicago Bulls. And by Southwest Airlines. Flying the low-fare airline is just plain smart.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Nothing brings back warm holiday memories like the songs and carols you love. And only Time Life's Treasury of Christmas brings you all your favorite holiday songs in one collection.
Hark the herald angels sing.
Silver bells
chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Time Life's Treasury of Christmas is filled with the most popular holiday hits. 50 timeless classics on 2 cassettes for just $19.99 or 2 CDs for just $26.99.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. Jingle bells.
You'll get cherished holiday songs like Bing Crosby's White Christmas.
Of a white Christmas.
Every song fills your home with holiday magic.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, riding down Santa Claus Lane. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Oh, there's no place like home for
Time Life's Treasury of Christmas, the perfect way to celebrate your holiday season. On 2 cassettes for $19.99 or 2 CDs for $26.99. So call now and have yourself a Merry Christmas.
To order Treasury of Christmas, call 1-800-787-1133. That's 1-800-787-1133. Or send $19.99 for 2 cassettes or $26.99 for 2 compact discs, plus $4 shipping and handling to Treasury of Christmas, Department 1, Richmond, Virginia.
Wish you could make everyone this happy this holiday? Then give them the gift of Lotto. With a Lotto subscription, they're in the game automatically. Just call 1-800-PLAY-LOTTO.
Somebody's going to Lotto. All it takes is the call from you. Give them a gift of Lotto. Make their dreams come true.
Give Lotto for the holidays. Call 1-800-PLAY-LOTTO.
Okay, welcome back to our halftime report here on WGN. Let's check the NBA out tonight. 11 games on tap, including the one you're seeing right here on WGN TV right now. The Bulls in Boston, and Will Perdue back after a broken nose, gets the ball down low with the mask, and he jams it there. Bulls off to an 8-0 lead in this contest, and there's Will. Play number 2 for the Bulls will show you Pippen. Scottie Pippen moves in, turnaround jumper right through for Scottie. Bulls led by 4 at this point in the first quarter. Bill Wennington later on chipped in from Steve Kerr. He gets one down here. Bulls go up by 9. They're trying to go 2-1 on the homestand and 1 game over 500 for the year. Now, around the NBA, the Hawks who beat the Bulls last night, having a good first half against Orlando. Stacey Augmon, the spin move when he puts in 2 there. He had 20 last night. Off to a good start tonight. Atlanta up by 8, but Shaq cuts it to 6 at the half. He moves in here. 60-54 Atlanta at the half. Meantime at Auburn Hills, great play here by Detroit against the Suns. Watch this. A no-look pass by Oliver Miller. He finds Joe Dumars. Detroit up by 5 in the second period over the Suns. As for the Knicks, who were blown away by Orlando last night, John Starks will make the drive here to the hoop against the Bullets. He will score. Knicks off to a 13-point lead. And let's check the board, see what's going on around the NBA tonight. As we check, first of all, in that Orlando game there in the fourth quarter now. Orlando up by 3 over over Atlanta by 3, 91-88. We have the Knicks on top of Washington in the fourth now. Rounding out the boards, we have Cleveland by 3 over Philadelphia. Phoenix getting drubbed by Detroit in the fourth quarter now. And finally, in the early games, New Jersey trails by 1 and Utah by 10 over Dallas, 46-36. Okay, enjoy the second half. See you after the game. This is Rich King, WGN News.
A mysterious plaid suitcase and the age-old question about Howard Bannister's rocks.
What on earth are you doing with Howard Bannister's rocks?
It's a comedy. It's a mystery. It's a costume drama. I'm sorry.
Love means never having to say you're sorry.
It's a love story.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Barbara Streisand, Ryan O'Neal, and Howard Bannister's rocks.
What's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc? Sunday night at 6 on WGN Channel 9.
It might surprise you that a lot of folks do their holiday shopping at True Value. You see, we've got just what you need to wrap up a happy holiday. Still, some people just can't wait to get to those big discount stores. And wait. And wait. Well, now at True Value, this Rubbermaid bird feeder is just $7.77. And this True Tone telephone is just $9.97. So, why wait? True Value. Gifts are just around the corner.
Hey, MCI customers. Now MCI advertises 40% savings with Friends and Family 2 Basic, but the average savings on your MCI bill is only 13%. Must be MCI math again. Look at your bill. To get any discount at all, people you call have to be in your circle, and to get the big savings, they also have to be MCI customers. You even have to pay $36 a year in fees, so you never get 40% off your total bill. Now, some true math from AT&T. 20% is what we offer, and 20% is what we subtract off your AT&T bill. That's AT&T True USA Savings. Spend $25 a month on AT&T long distance and save 20% on your AT&T calls to everyone in the USA anytime, guaranteed. 4 out of 5 Friends and Family 2 Basic customers will save more with AT&T. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT. Switching's free. Call now.
Your true voice.
Authorized personnel only. That means our producer director, Arnie Harris, hard at work inside that door. Actually, that's the locker room for the Chicago Bulls. Halftime, the Bulls on top of the Boston Celtics. Red, you haven't commented on my tie yet. You know, I thought I'd give you a little culture here.
Oh, the guy couldn't guess your weight, huh?
This is...
listen, we had some highlights besides this tie.
This is a little Norman Rockwell for you. Here you go.
All right, here's Will Perdue back in action. B.J. Armstrong penetrates, gets a nice pass to Will up and in. Now, right before the end of the quarter, D. Brown's in the right-hand corner, raises his hand for the ball. They get it to him, up, and nothing but net. Dino Raja, watch this move. He gets Foster to the middle, takes the big step underneath. It looks a little bit like Tony Kukoc, huh? What would it be without Scottie Pippen? Here we go, highlight. Oh, Arnie, get the basket camera. Get the basket camera now! 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 Oh, thanks, baby. Whew.
Arnie got it just in time. Halftime stats. Take a look at the number from the field. Wow. Bulls earlier this week shot 56% against Phoenix. But the bench points, the big difference in the game. And that's tremendous production off the Bulls bench. Those 5 points all scored by Rick Fox off the Boston bench in the last 30 seconds of the first half. Montgomery Ward leading scores. Eric Montross, much of that in the first quarter, 5 of 6 from the field. Scottie Pippen led the Bulls, 7 of 11 marksmanship. Upcoming games for the Bulls, Monday night here against the Nets, and then on Friday the 9th against the Pistons. Our next game will be Saturday on WGN from the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, and then the Bulls resume against Detroit.
I like that tie.
Well, you know, I thought Boston, I thought Norman Rockwell, New England, it was appropriate.
Yes.
You didn't get it right away, though.
I didn't think the guy could guess your weight, right? It pays to be around the day that the Spike Jones estate is settled, I guess.
There's a look at the series. Celtics won both last year here in Chicago. Bulls won both games at historic Boston Garden or Garden, as they say, last year. Celtics pick it up offensively to start the second half. Montross in traffic. Nice move by the rookie. He has 18 points now. 6 of 7 from the field.
He's a huge body. He is really big underneath there.
You know where you notice it's in his shoulders, Red. He's very good size upper body. Broad through the shoulders. Armstrong, let's go. Dominique Wilkins on the run to D. Brown. Pulls up over Harper. Got it. Pippen the rebound. Brown knocked it out of bounds. Quick hands, D. Brown. Chicago basketball. 10-point lead for the Bulls. We're at the United Center on the west side of Chicago. Armstrong looking for Crisco. Not there. Scottie tried to post up Neek down low. Perdue out high. 10 to go on the shot clock. Armstrong. Quick release on that jumper and ring it up for 2 more. BJ into double figures with 11. Bulls by 12. Opening 2 minutes of play, third quarter. Perdue triggered it loose. Nicely done. Very good hustle defense by Will Perdue. Pippen to Harper.
Ron Harper from Scottie Pippen.
7 for Harper.
Good save by Will Perdue. He went out, got the steal, and flipped it back.
talking to some of the Boston people, talking to Jim Clemens, who scouted Boston for the Bulls. He said the Celtics are winning they're winning on the hustle board, and that's where the Bulls have been winning here tonight, on the hustle board. Montross with the left hand. Krzyzkowiak to Pippen. Bulls on the run. Scotty. Chicago starting out very hot from the floor. They've outscored Boston 6-2 to open the third, and Chris Ford, a look on his face says all. Bulls extend their advantage with 10:04 to go in the third to 72-56.
Here at Luxor Las Vegas, you can dine at one of 7 world-class restaurants, pamper yourself at a luxurious European spa, or explore the mysteries of the pyramid in a multi-million-dollar virtual reality adventure. So we thought we'd show you your room now, because you probably won't be seeing much of it later. Luxor Las Vegas. Get into it.
This holiday season, while you're shopping, we'll be dropping a ton of money in the Discover Card Big Payback. Now, every time you use your card, you're automatically entered in our holiday sweepstakes. The more you shop, the more chances you have to win. Weekly bonus prizes of $50,000 or land the ultimate $1 million grand prize. It pays to discover. The card with the big payback.
Ice brewed the right way for more of what you want in a beer.
What? Nothing?
Light for less of what you don't.
All right. Who's the...
Here, Miller Lite Ice. It's new.
Who are you? Light Ice guy. You all right, boy? What, he can't see?
Some get it, some don't.
Hey, are you from heaven?
No, Milwaukee.
Wow.
Wayne Larrabee, Red Kerr at the United Center in Chicago. Celtics start up offensively. Trailing the Bulls 72-56. Wilkins backing Pippen deep.
Dominique Wilkins.
You've seen him do that a lot, too. 10 for Wilkins. Krzyzkowiak left unattended. Larry's second from the field. He has 4. Chicago again by 16. Wilkins goes to work on Scotty. Wesley from the arc. Ring it up for 3.
Field goal, David Wesley.
His first field goal of the game. Bulls triangle on the left, reverse out high to B.J. Armstrong. Got a screen from Will Perdue. Nice move by B.J. Perdue the rebound bucket.
Will did a nice job. He caught that ball and then went up and slammed it instead of just trying to tap it. He's got 11.
From our southwest to plain view camera, over the top for the Boston Celtic offense. Bulls on top by 15. Dominique with 5 to go on the shot clock. Backing Pippen. Nothing but net. 12 for Dominique Wilkins.
You can really back a guy in there. Nobody comes to help you out. You just sort of back.
And so far the Bulls have played it straight up with Neek. They're not double teamed. Crisco almost walked there. Pippen for 3. Ring that.
So Pippen gets it right back. He's got 21.
Almost 4 minutes gone by in the third. Wilkins again on Scotty. Reach around move on Pip is his second personal foul. First on the team.
His second, the team's first.
Wilkins inbounds. Dino Raja. At the step on Krzyzkowiak. Tough shot. Perdue the rebound. BJ on the run. Bulls have some numbers. Armstrong to Krzyzkowiak, had it stripped away. D. Brown comes out of the pack. To Wilkins. Good change of direction move. Harper batted that from behind. Wesley for 3. A brick. Pippen overruns Krzyzkowiak for the ball. Scotty for three. His second tray in a row, and a timeout Boston. Scotty with 24, and the Bulls extend the advantage to 19, 82-63.
The first person to hit a shot has been relevant and receives a free medium.
It's time for friends to fly free on Southwest Airlines.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
And people are friendlier than ever. Just make reservations at least a day in advance and buy your round-trip ticket at Southwest's regular low unrestricted fare, and a friend flies with you, free, anywhere we fly.
Joe, Dad, what do you think?
Friends fly free on Southwest, the low-fare airline. Call 1-800-I-FLY-SWA.
On this special edition of Siskel and Ebert, we're going to be reviewing Going to a Bulls Game.
It's just like going to the movies. You've got a big screen,
long shots,
heroes,
villains,
shoot 'em up, and don't forget surround sound.
Coming January 6th, it's Miller Genuine Draft Beach B-Ball Night when the Bulls meet the Sonics.
Kids are full of questions.
My nose grow if I tell lies. I have 3 wishes like Aladdin. Can I fly like Peter Pan? Can I?
Who inspired these Disney questions? Burger King. Because for the first time ever, I get these great Disney glasses with magical moments from Disney classics. Aladdin. Peter Pan. All their favorites, just 89 cents each with any Whopper value meal.
Daddy, are you Mommy's Prince Charming?
Burger King. Get your burger's worth.
Lots of fun at the United Center on a Saturday night. And on Monday, December 19th, when the Bulls battle the Cavs, it's Bally's Chicago Health Club Sports Bottle Night. First 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls sports bottle, compliments of Bally's Chicago Health Club. Pause here for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago.
Don't forget, coming up after our game, news with the lovely Jackie Bang, Rich King on sports on WGN. Wayne Larrabee and Red Kerr from the United Center. Bulls leading 82-63. D. Brown sets it up for the Celtics. A high screen from Raja. Wesley wants Dino on the block. Krzyzkowiak lost his footing. Montross knocked away by Pippen. Briscoe to Scotty. Pippen deals to Armstrong, threw it away.
Boston ball.
Boston basketball. Under 7 minutes to go as Chris Ford looks on. We are third quarter. Tough pass to Raja. Triggered loose by Scotty. 3-on-1 to Crisco. Blocked by D. Brown. It's goaltending. You know, D. Brown won a slam dunk championship a few years ago. He has spring in these legs. Watch this.
Yes, he does, but this one doesn't count, except for Crisco.
That little 6'1" guy getting up that high. 6 points for Larry Krzyzkowiak off the goaltending. Or rather, I should say, Dino Raja was stopped by Crisco that time. Wesley stopped by BJ and Crisco, and they tie it up. It'll be Armstrong and David Wesley. Xavier McDaniel up off the bench reporting on for the first time tonight. He gets Dino Raja.
He also gets a few boos.
Yeah.
From the Knicks days.
Yes, 3 years ago the Knicks in a great playoff series of the Bulls that went 7 games. Greg Minor, the rookie, also in for the Celtics. Harper takes it across for the Bulls. Bulls leading by 21. Bulls already have more points tonight than they had all of last night against Atlanta. Crisco off the mark there. Montross rebounds. McDaniel. Harper takes it away. B.J. Armstrong. Will Perdue. Harper over the top.
Oh, boy, that ball was down and in, wasn't it?
3/4 of the way in. D. Brown for 3. Harper up high for the rebound. Now Phil Jackson wants the Bulls to slow it down and run some offense here. Harper away from Brown. Shot clock on the left-hand side of your screen. Pippen looking to deal. Tough shot. Nice move. Oh, boy. 26 for Scotty. Bulls 86-63. Montross. Scotty Pippen. B.J. Armstrong out at the arc. Wants to set up the offense now. Krzyzkowiak on the block against McDaniel. Leaned in. X blocked it. Montross blocked that one, and now here comes McDaniel. D. Brown for three.
D. Brown.
Technical foul called on Phil Jackson of the Bulls.
Phil Jackson.
Score that for 2 on D. Brown, that field goal.
D. Brown shoots the technical.
D. Brown will shoot the technical foul.
The previous basket by D. Brown was a 3-point basket.
Now they change it to 3 points. I thought he was back at the line, but the officials did not give a clear signal.
The Celtics replacing David West.
Boston among the leaders in 3-point shooting in the NBA. And they take some 3-point shots as well to take advantage of that line. D. Brown a 4-point play, and the Celtics are back to within 19. Harper penetrating. We got a whistle here. Foul coming up on the Celtics.
Personal foul.
Let me give you some quick statistics on Pippen. Phoenix game 13 out of 17 from the field. Last night 4 for 14. Tonight 11 for 15. So he's really had 2 great shooting nights out of the 3. Steve Kerr and Tony Kukoc in the game for Krzyzkowiak and BJ.
Well, you mentioned last night Stacey Augmon, who's an excellent defensive player. Red really did a job on Scotty. He played him well. That's going to happen on occasion. Give credit where credit is due. Kukoc. Backing in McDaniel. Kukoc, big advantage in terms of height there, but X picks up the foul on the block attempt.
The Boston personal foul,
His
like Xavier
first,
McDaniel.
second of the
His
team.
First of the team, second.
4:03 to go in the third.
Tony Kukoc to the line. Hit, shoot 2.
Kukoc at the free throw line. 8 points in the first half.
Yeah, nice first half with 8 points.
Bulls getting a good number off their bench. Chris Ford Celtics have not been able to do much off of their bench. 1 out of 2 for Tony. He has 9 points. Boston basketball, Bulls by 20.
And D. Brown throws it away. Not familiar working with the rookie Chris Minor. Bushler in for Pip.
Minor broke baseline. That pass went to the corner. Bushler, as you mentioned, steps on, and Scotty gets a break. They'd like to hold him out until the 4th quarter and maybe give him a couple of minutes in the 4th to rest. Kukoc down low. Purdue with that pass to the weak side, and Bushler apparently stepped down the baseline.
I think he handed it to Ronnie Harper as he was cutting by him, and Harper was out.
Take a look at it. Look at this.
All right, he gets it. Bushler gets it underneath, and here is the handoff. Oh, but you can't do the caught in no man's land.
Yeah,
like
he's
stepping in quicksand.
He went out and came back in. D. Brown over Kerr. Harper comes up with a deflection. Kukoc for 3. Kerr the rebound. Tony again. They're going to give it to you, kid. Bushler for 3. Ring that.
Bushler nails 3 out of the corner. He's got 5 in the game.
Bushler shooting 50% from the arc coming into tonight's game. McDaniel in close. In traffic for 2. First 2 points of the game for McDaniel. His minutes have been sporadic. Some games he gets 20 minutes. Some games he gets 2 or 3. Other times he doesn't play at all.
That's the only other guy to score off the bench besides Rick Fox. Will, you're in the 3.
Purdue steps out of the lane. Kerr is open. Nice move on the chip shot. Kerr shooting in rhythm. 51% from the field coming into tonight's game, and Steve now 2 out of 3 from the field tonight.
This is big scoring for the Bulls. 34 in the first, 32 in the second, almost at the century mark here with a couple minutes to play.
Harper the steal. Harper, it's going to windmill. Knocked away by Minor. Harper gets it back. This is an offensive foul. And Harper says, oh, what are you talking about? Second on Harper.
Is that a T?
Timeout. Timeout. Chicago Bulls. At the conclusion of
Scottie
each
Pippen
Bulls game,
looking good tonight. 26 points. He's on the all-star ballot when you come here to the United Center. Vote early and often. After all, you are in Chicago.
Cook County specifically.
Yes, exactly.
Pip with a big smile, his arm around Crisco, having some fun. Bulls sitting there with a big lead.
92-69 Chicago. Elsewhere on the Miller Lite scoreboard around the NBA, New York rebounded from that drubbing at the hands of the Orlando Magic with a victory tonight over Washington. Atlanta wins its second in a row, knocked off Orlando. Did the young Magic get a little too cocky? Perhaps. Philadelphia defeated Cleveland tonight. Boy, I'll tell you, Mike Fratello has